The WNBA All-Star Weekend happened here in Indianapolis. They're calling it in Miami.
Ooh,
They're saying it was Miami in Indianapolis. I'll tell you what, I saw a lot of videos. Looked like everybody was having a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like everybody was having a blast. Now, there's a big statement coming out of the WNBA, obviously, with them saying, pay us what you owe us shirts. There's different takes on all different sides. We sent an invite to Kathy Engelbert, the commissioner of the WNBA, to come on this particular day. Obviously, schedule is crazy. Look for us to chit-chat with her here in a while.
Hell yeah.
Because I am trying to figure it all out. Because whenever we found out what the WNBA pays their players through Caitlin Clark, she's making like $70,000 or something. They're charging $70,000 for a suite at some of these games that Caitlin Clark is playing in. Now, I know that the league's been around for 20 years. I know that it's lost money for a very, very long time here. I know they're saying like $40 million in losses potential. Now, $200 million in revenue is the total. $40 million in losses. Just quick, business, everybody understands is P&L, profits and losses. $200 million in revenue, that's your gross. Then your net revenue is what you're making out of that, right? Every business has expenses. Every business has costs. For the WNBA, it's a lot. Obviously, you got like 140 players or something like that, depending upon at the time how many are hired, how many are employed, the buildings, everything else like that. They are then from that $200 million gross revenue, allegedly back here at $40 million in the red as a loss. Allegedly. We don't know what's real and what isn't real, but allegedly everybody has said they'd never turn a profit. So the immediate reaction is whenever you say pay us what you owe us, it's like you're not making any money, so what do we owe you? You owe us money. This is actually one of those things. But if we're already losing $40 million, could you not just bump them up to at least 6 figures? Like $70,000 as a paycheck is that's an embarrassment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Especially for like Caitlin Clark or all these people as a professional sports. Now, with that being said, my dad, his job, if he would have got paid $70,000 a year growing up, would have been incredibly pumped about that. But with how long the WNBA has been around, to say the $40 million loss is the reason why you can't give them money that should be pretty easy to make happen is just wild. Because if you just add $30,000 to each one of them, get that up over $100,000, it's another like $4.6 million. So you're $44.6 million in this way. There has to be $4 million you could find somewhere in here that you can give up to give the players at least a little bit more money, because I don't think the $70,000 thing is right. But I think that negotiation is going to be tough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it's going to be a very tough negotiation. Yeah. Now, it seems like the players, though, all in on their side of it. And then if you listen to everybody else talk, it's like, hey, business, this is how business works. You make money, you get money. That's kind of how it goes. But it's like if you're operating at a $40 million loss off of $200, there's a lot of things going wrong. We could sneak in an extra $30,000 per player for it to get up to $100,000. Hopefully that'll be a conversation. Hopefully there'll be incentive base for it to go forward. But that was the big story out of the weekend. I don't love that that's a big story out of the weekend because I thought it was a great weekend here in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Every city, every place downtown was rented out. There was massive events everywhere. Nike took over an entire basic block of Indianapolis and built it up. It was awesome. And we had a great weekend here, even though, collective bargaining is going to be the conversation going forward. And there's no reason for anybody, especially after the Stud Buds basically brought the whole world together.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the Stud Buds. They were just streaming their entire time here in Indianapolis. You're welcome back anytime you want. They're getting after it, too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they were having a good... Stud Buds were a great time.
That's Stud Buds football.
That is Stud Buds football. That is kind of what we realized this weekend. So shout out to the WNBA coming through our city. We hope you enjoyed it. Friday night, Gumpy and I go to the skills contest. Congrats to Sabrina.
Congrats.
She wins the three-point shooting contest yet again. Almost beats, or she has in the past, I guess, one other time, but she almost beat Tyrese Halliburton's men's record one more time. 30 is what he got. So he has the men's record, I believe, for the three-point shooting contest. Did we know that about Tyrese? No. Absolutely not. Until we were at the skills contest, we learned that. Sabrina wins again. She just won unconscious for like 3 of the racks. I mean, and I was there for it. I got a chance to witness the entirety of it, and it was spectacular. Their skills contest, about an hour long.
That's nice.
Crazy.
Okay. A lot of skills.
Packed into a short amount of time. Mm-hmm. If you happen to show up just a little bit late to this thing, because it's downtown, you got to get through traffic. Sure. There's a lot of this, a lot of that, Like, you're missing a lot of this. Let's say you were to get there about 8:30. You missed
half the episode.
Shit's almost over.
Yeah.
You got half left.
Let's say you get there about 8:40, because you're thinking, I got at least hour 20 left of this thing. It's in an arena. It's a skills contest. They're going to try to drain every dollar out of this thing.
Well, maybe that's the issue.
That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. That thing was over. 9:15. Mm-hmm. Quick. I don't think I've ever been in an event that was that, like, kind of...
Commercial break.
Perfect.
It was. As a viewer, it was pretty It was nice, quick, in and out. Now, I wonder about families that pay the tickets, get all the way down there. You're like 10 minutes late.
Yeah.
You got an hour show, then you're able to get out of there. Who cares? There was a weekend of stuff. But that could be a problem. But yeah, if you got in there late, imagine you get there like 8:55, 8:50.
You're only there for
Missed
10
the whole
minutes.
thing. See the trophy presentation.
Don't
That's
show
it.
up.
What's that?
Don't even show up.
Yeah, but if it's a 2-hour event, you're getting
true,
there
true,
like
yeah.
the perfect time.
Don't be late.
Yeah.
Yeah, simple.
Agreed. I mean, if you got nothing else going on in your life at all, you could get there right on time for every event that happens all the time.
Has any event ever been an hour?
In an arena, I don't think so.
Yeah.
That had open tickets? I don't think so. I was dumbfounded. I'd never been more impressed and flustered at the same time. When it was over, I was like, it's over? They're like, this is over. And I saw everybody getting up and leaving. I'm like,
When's the next event?
I mean, if you got
hour,
it
15
only the
minutes.
three-
AJ, my take on it all was they're already losing $40 million. Everybody's talked about it. Why not just add an extra $4 million? Give them all $30,000. Now they're up over $100,000. At least that's a respectable amount for a professional league to pay their professional athletes, especially one that has a TV deal. AJ. Now, them losing $40 million in profits, everybody's attacking the players, saying, hey, you guys create a product that isn't liked, that doesn't generate capital. It's like, okay, well, what are we spending this money on? You know, how can you have $200 million in revenue and then spend $240 million each year and just keep rolling? Like, is there never a who's?
That's
Yeah,
like a percentage of
I don't-
revenue they're getting too.
That's what it is. They got to fight for percentage, I would imagine. But do we know if there's any other professional sports leagues that are losing as much money? Like, do other sport, like, I
Stephen
don't know, say you
Colbert.
do lacrosse.
Yeah.
Allegedly,
Oh, gosh.
Stephen Colbert is losing.
Cool, boy.
We're learning a lot
Yeah.
about a lot of things. So it's an interesting kind of process here because we've been very lucky that we've been forced to just basically only do business with our show. The only way our business has worked is our show has worked is business. We have to make money for the people that we are working for. Like that is how I kind of view it and everything. Now, we've been very lucky to negotiate a lot of deals. Every time, though, I give a road back to how your company profits with us. Now, I don't know how many people are doing that. I assume a lot of agents do that as well. I've never been in there with an agent while that's happening. But that is my negotiating style. Hey, here's how this thing goes in my eyes. Here's your road back to your amount of money and plus. Here's where you can help us. Here's what we think we can bring you. Now, all of that ends, though, with profit, okay? Which is all any of these people care about. Now, granted, if we can make the world a better place, cool. If it's going to have massive success, cool. But if it's going to make the world a better place and have massive success, it's probably going to
Turn a profit.
Probably going to profit as well. So for me, from a standpoint, as an athlete who actually does negotiations and has been in there with people and generated some capital, and I think the valuation of the company that I've guided is probably going to come out here in a little bit, and people are going to be like, holy fuck, maybe this guy isn't the dumbest dipshit in the history of sports media. But with that being said, I think WNBA players making the statement that they did, I appreciate their commitment. I appreciate their passion. I appreciate their togetherness, like the collective. Everybody was wearing it. Now, how do you get the road back to make that a profitable company? Now, is that just on the players or is that potentially on all the business people too from the league, that are doing their entire thing?